Are you looking forward to attend any of the tertiary institutions, being it the teachers training, the nurses training, or the university? And also, if you're a WASSCE candidate who attained the following grades, D7, E8 or F9, then please do well to stick around this particular video to the very end so that you do not miss important updates. Most candidates always find themselves wanting, especially when they attain grades like D7, E8 or F9 in some subjects during their WASSCE examination. And so let's quickly look at some of these subjects we are talking of. Now, for example, a candidate gets D7, E8 or F9 in science or social studies. Does this person qualify to apply to the university or the teachers training or the nurses training? Now let me break it down one after the other. Let's take the nurses training for example. Okay, so with the nurses training, you are not allowed to replace your science with your social. That is, if you scored D7 in science and passed A1 in social studies, you are not allowed to switch, because with the nurses training, whether you like it or not, you are mandated to provide your English, mathematics and science. And so if you are watching this and you failed science and you want to attend the nurses training, please you'd have to resit for that particular paper. With the teachers training, let's say you failed science and then you passed social studies with A1 and you're looking forward to attend the teachers training. This is how it works. You can apply to the teachers training and gain admission. Please, you can apply to the teachers training and gain admission. However, there's a condition. The condition here is that you gain admission, but then you will not be allowed to read science related programs. When it comes to the teachers training, I have a lot of videos. You can do well to check my page for more updates like that. So when it comes to the teachers training, we have a lot of programs. You have mathematics and science, mathematics and ICT, mathematics and technical, just to mention but a few. And so students who fail science and then pass social studies are given programs like RME, English, social studies, just to mention but a few. So you, a candidate in this particular category, what you have to do is to just apply to the institution. Make sure you're applying to an institution that actually offers programs as such. Okay, when you apply to such institutions, you're definitely going to gain admission. Now with the university, it's the same thing. Let's take KNUST as an example. With KNUST, when you fail science, the probability of you applying to a science program or science department for you to gain admission is very, very low. Whether you like it or not, they need the science, and therefore you applying to KNUST to get a science program to read science programs like nutrition and dietetics, nursing, just to mention but a few, okay, you will not gain admission to read such programs. However, if you're looking forward to read programs like social studies, non-related science programs, you're definitely going to get a slot in that. Now, having said that, let's also talk about your electives. With the electives, let's assume that you had F9 in one of the electives. Know that the electives are 4. And so every institution, whether the nurses training, the teachers training, or the university, what they need most is your best 3 electives. However, with KNUST, if you attain C4, C5, C6, it is considered as 4, grade 4. We'll talk about that later in a different video. I don't want to confuse you. So what I'm saying is, if you have D7, E8 or F9 in science, you can replace your social studies. That is, if only you've passed, you can replace your social studies with the science and gain admission to read a non-science related program. Okay, yes. And also, for those of you looking forward to read education programs, the question is, university and teachers training, which one do you think it is best for you to attend? And so I'll be talking about that in my next episode. Do well not to miss that episode. My name is Lottie. Once again, I do run one of the largest educational platforms right here, and I do create educational contents like this for a pay. So do stay tuned and stay connected. Please do not forget to share this to somebody you think might find this useful, or you can as well save this for future reference. Once again, of course, my name is Lottie. Stay tuned and stay connected. Peace out.